Well, hello everyone. It's been a while since we've been back on with any videos. This is another edition of Man Without Oil. I'm Tracy K from Titus Tools. Hope you guys have had a good summer. Hope everything has gone well for you. I know that lots of people have been out camping and being at the lake more than ever. Of course, once again, our episode of Man Without Oil. We appreciate your time here today and just wanted to go into some discussion on what's been going on around the world. And man, it's been busy. Yep. I'm not going to get into the oil prices of the day with Tracy K, but I'd rather just talk to you today about some of the stuff that's been going on. And thought that, I would just read you a little bedtime story today. It's late tonight here around, I don't know, probably 10 after 9 here. And I thought I would just read you guys a bedtime story and talk to you about a day in the life with Johnny without oil. So here goes the story. One crisp winter morning in a small little country, a cute little boy named Johnny woke up to a perfect world. One where there was no petroleum products running the earth. He tossed aside his cotton sheet and wool blanket and stepped out onto a dirt floor covered with willow bark that had been pulverized by rocks. "What's this?" he asked. "Pulverized willow bark," replied his fairy godmother. "What happened to the carpet?" he asked. "The carpet was nylon, which is made from butadiene and hydrogen cyanide, both made from petroleum," came the response. Johnny smiled, acknowledging that adjustments are necessary to save the earth. And to save, of course, the planet. And moved to the sink to brush his teeth, where instead of a toothbrush, he found a willow mangled on one end to expose wood fiber bristles. "Your old toothbrush," noted his godmother, "also nylon." "Where's the water?" asked Johnny. "Down the road in the canal," replied his godmother. "Just make sure you avoid water with cholera in it." "Why's there no running water?" Johnny asked, becoming a little peevish. "Well," said his godmother, who happened to teach engineering at MIT, "where do we begin?" There followed a long monologue about how sink valves need elastomer seats and how copper pipes contain copper, which has to be mined, and how it's impossible to make all electric earth moving equipment with no gear lubrication or tires, or how ore has to be smelted to make metal, and that's tough to do with only electricity as a source of heat. And even if you only use electricity, the wires need insulation, which is petroleum based, and though most of his country energy is produced in an environmentally friendly way because of hydro and nuclear, if you do a mass and energy balance around the whole system, you'll still need lots of petroleum products like lubricants and nylon and rubber for tires and asphalt for filling potholes and wax and iPhone plastic and elastic to hold your underwear up while operating a copper smelting furnace. Whew! "What's for breakfast?" interjected Johnny, whose head was now hurting. "Fresh range-fed chicken eggs," replied his godmother. "Raw." "How so raw?" inquired Johnny. Well, and once again, Johnny was told about the need for petroleum products like transformer oil, scores of petroleum products essential for producing metals for frying pans, and in the end was educated how you can't have a petroleum-free world and then cook eggs. Of course, unless you rip your front fence up and start a fire and carefully cook your egg in an orange peel like you do in Boy Scouts. Not that you can find oranges in your country anymore, but I want poached eggs like my Aunt Tilda makes," lamented Johnny. "Well, Aunt Tilda died this morning," the godmother explained. "Bacterial pneumonia." "What?" interjected Johnny. "No one dies of bacterial pneumonia. We have penicillin." "Not anymore," explained the godmother. "The production of penicillin requires chemical extraction using isopropyl acetate, which your organic chemistry is petroleum based. Lots of people are dying, which is problematic because there's not any easy way of disposing of the bodies, since backhoes need hydraulic oil and crematoriums can't really burn many bodies using as fuel. Your country fences and furniture which are now rapidly disappearing for fuel, being used on the black market for roasting eggs and staying warm, is what that furniture is being used for now. This represents only a fraction of Johnny's day. A day without microphones to exclaim into, and a day without much food, and a day without carbon-fibered boats to sail in. But a day that will save the planet. Well, folks, tune in tomorrow when Johnny needs a root canal and learns how Novocaine is synthesized. The end. Folks, I know it's a little bit of a bedtime sarcastic story, but I'm here to tell you, after being about a month off of Man Without Oil, we just need to understand how important fossil fuels will still be forever and ever. I'm going to be talking on some of our episodes about the battery world and how the batteries are going to be the next big thing for running cars and vehicles. But that'll be in another episode of Man Without Oil. Folks, if you like what you're hearing, once again, just go ahead and like us at Titus Tools Inc. on our Facebook. This has just been another edition of Man Without Oil. Bye for now. Take care.